Hello guys, and we are getting some breaking news that Wirtz will be signing for Liverpool this transfer window, and in our video today we are going to understand, will he improve Liverpool? Where will he play in Liverpool? And you're going to do an in-depth tactical analysis on this player and come up with ways in which he will go to improve Liverpool. Liverpool are being said to have agreed personal terms, and they're actually looking to finalize the deal with Bayer Leverkusen to sign the 22-year-old young talent from Germany. And this is a very huge statement from the Premier League champions, who are now proving that despite them winning the Premier League, they know other teams would want to close down on them, but they want to pull away and maintain their strong position on top of the Premier League table. And the addition of Florian Wirtz at Liverpool is something that is so considerable. Let's look at some of his stats. And one of the things that we get from his stats is his successful take-ons, which indicate how this player is so good in carrying the ball in tight situations. His progressive passes are also quite impressive, as well as his pass completion rate, which is 79.9%, considering he's a player who plays further forward on the pitch. His shot creating actions are also quite remarkable. Wirtz is a player who's going to give Liverpool something that they lacked, and this is more of a Raumdeuter, a space observer. He's a player who likes to move into space and look to manipulate that space and try to create opportunities for himself and for his team. Before we start this analysis, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Let's proceed. We know very well that Arne Slot has set up Liverpool in a 4-2-3-1 structure, but this 4-2-3-1 structure is mainly a 4-2-4. When Liverpool are looking to build from the back, they like to position their wingers high and wide. And when they do this, they also like to push one of their number 9s deeper. And why do they do so? You know, a lot of teams like to press with a 4-4-2. Liverpool always try to create a box in midfield by trying to outnumber the opposition in that midfield area. But how they do it is like they want to drop their number 9 into this midfield position. And because of this, Alisson Becker and Virgil van Dijk, their task is to pick these players dropping in between the lines so that they can receive the ball and play the ball, especially to the wingers who hold their width and maintain their height high up the pitch. But Liverpool are quite interesting in the way they look to dominate teams when they have the ball. They like to invert one winger while pushing one fullback high up momentarily. That last season was either Robertson or Trent, and even sometimes they invert one winger and drop one midfielder deeper, with where we saw Gravenberch and McAllister alternating on who's dropping deep to actually help build up play, while Luis Diaz coming quite narrow to play alongside Jota and Szoboszlai in those inside channels. They also like to create overloads, especially down the left, and use the passing range of Luis Diaz to pick Mo Salah, especially in the other side of the pitch, allowing Salah those 1v1 situations and sometimes opportunities where Salah is actually scoring goals from those situations. But the question here is, how does Wirtz come to improve Liverpool? We know that Liverpool heavily rely upon their number 10 and their number 9. And this might pose some problems either for Szoboszlai or Jota, who will have to leave their place for Wirtz. Wirtz coming in will be playing as a number 10, playing in that inside channel position. Wirtz is so good when it comes to ball progression, especially in the final third. He has this ability to play intricate passes, but I think he will move towards the left to play closely to Mo Salah and look to help Mo Salah, especially when Salah is looking to make those runs in behind. Wirtz is a creator in this position. He likes to occupy this position and tries to occupy that half space position and make ghosting runs into the box. That's why I refer to him as a Raumdeuter. He knows how to understand where the ball is being played and move towards that position. Something that we saw with Dele Alli, and it's also something that we have seen with Thomas Muller at Bayern Munich. Florian Wirtz is also a player who can play as a deep lying playmaker, as we saw in Bayer Leverkusen when he used to drop deep to receive the ball directly from the center backs, disrupting the opposition's pressing shape and looking to receive the ball. Because of his successful take-ons, he's also a player who likes to receive the ball and look to dribble with the ball forward, looking to try and create opportunities for his teammates. And once he reaches in this position, he's able to play intricate passes. One thing about Wirtz is that he's so dynamic in the way he plays these passes. He wants to play them as fast as possible. And a team that Liverpool who up their tempo in the final third, this is something that they will really benefit from this young, talented player. Wirtz is also a good player when it comes to moving down the left. And moving down the left, he can look to link up with the left winger, in this case Luis Diaz, who likes to cut in, allowing Luis Diaz to cut in while him moving outside. The main reason is why he likes to move outside is that Wirtz has one element of his game that opponents actually, he likes to catch opponents and without expectations when he has the ball in this position. He has this skill of playing the ball, especially towards the far post area in the corridor of uncertainty, by crossing the ball in those regions and looking to find players who are making runs in those positions. Now, when it comes to his defensive numbers, Wirtz will be more likely to be used as that front two that presses for Liverpool, looking to sit on one midfielder, allowing the number 9 to be the one who leads the press. His main role will be, once the press is broken, he will receive the ball and be the main orchestrator of the counter-attack. Now let's look at some of his skills. This is a player who's not afraid to dribble past his opponent. He's very quick with his feet, and this is something that he will really add towards Liverpool's team. You see, the Premier League is getting tougher and tougher. Teams are learning tactics faster and faster. But one thing I have to really like about this player is the way his shooting is so great. Florian Wirtz is one player who shoots perfectly, and his passes, oh my god, he's both footed. He can pass with his left and with his right. But one thing is, inside the box or closer to the box, his finishing is just so perfect. Wirtz is one of the best finishers in the Bundesliga, and him coming into the Premier League is going to add even more goals to Liverpool. And I like the way he's so dynamic when he enters the final third, the way he's so unpredictable, and this is going to help him when he comes to the Premier League. Because I have to say this thing about Florian Wirtz is that we know very well that the Premier League has adapted to a man-marking approach, but when you have a player who's very, very unpredictable, he's looking to add a lot of dynamism in Liverpool's attack. Liverpool are now going to have a number 10 who's more dynamic, who's a better dribbler of the ball, who's very, very skillful, and a player who is going to make it quite impossible for teams to stop Liverpool. He's also a player who can receive the ball in the wide areas and look to take on his fullback, and this is going to even open up opportunities for himself. One thing I like about him is also his passes. He likes to play through balls, and through balls are so important when it comes to these positions in the game. But one thing I will continue to emphasize, this is a player who you know very well is going to give you something when he's closer to the box. When he's closer to the box, when it comes to his free kicks from the right, when it comes to his long range shots, when it comes to his shots when he's inside the box, he's that player. He likes to dribble, he likes to use trickery, he likes to change his position. And one thing I also like about him, his ability to drop deep, to receive the ball directly from the center backs and look to dribble past his opponent and open space. Players who are dribbling are players that the Premier League needs now. These are players who are able to create chaotic moments in the game, and these chaotic moments are what open up defenses, not sideways backward passing. What do you think? Do you agree with my analysis that Wirtz is coming to improve Liverpool? Leave your comments in the comment section area below. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.